Have you ever sat and like you had a clothes, right? So you have this clothes to sew, and princess that is good, is universal, but it doesn't really work for everything. There are specific styles that need specific design, right? So have you ever had a cloth that is not a princess that it was a shoulder that, and you had issues drafting that out? Well, I'm here for you. I've got you covered. So as you can see right now, I'm drawing out the basic lines, the chest line, the bust line, the under bust, right? And I'm taking out my shoulder measurements there and my dart measurements. So my dart is 4 inches. I've taken out the dart measurement there, and now I'm taking out the neck. I use 3 by 3.5 for the length. I mean, you can use whatever you want, but the style, the specific style I'm working on this clothes is that's what is required of the clothes. So now I'm taking out my armhole measurements there. What I did there was 8.5. That is my round bust divided by 6 plus 1.5 plus another 1 inch. If you watch closely, you see I didn't take out the shoulder slant. There is a reason why. As we continue this video, you'll find out. Now I'm looking for the midpoint of my shoulder line, which is whatever was remaining after taking out my neck divided by 2. I had 4.5 divided by 2, that is 2.25, and I've marked out my 2.25 and connected to my breast point. So now I'm marking out my dart intakes on the waistline and the under bust line, and I'm connecting it back to the breast point line. You can see what I'm doing here. On the bust line, on the dart intakes, I took 1 inch on the center front and 1.5 on the side front. Now I'm taking out my full body measurement, my circumference measurements. That is my round body, round bust divided by 2, round hip divided by 2, round under bust divided by 2, and I've replaced the dart leg. Yes, that 2.5 I took out here, I've replaced it here. And I also took out 2 inch on the dart, the shoulder dart. Now the shoulder dart, you can decide to share the 2 inch one on each side of the shoulder dart, but because of the style I'm working on, I saw that it's going to be too much, so I decided to take it on one side, and that's why I have only it on one side. So here I've taken out my armhole measurements, right? And now I'm replacing the dart that I've taken out here. I'm replacing it back there, and whatever I have in between, I'm also replacing it back. So I'm going to connect. You see, I'm trying to align my ruler, and all the points align perfectly. So now I'm connecting the shoulder. I'm doing the shoulder, the armhole curve, and now this is where I'm taking out my shoulder, that's the 1 inch for the shoulder slope. That is where I'm taking it, and here I'm just putting in the sewing allowances and connecting the points, right? So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take out the excesses. I'm trimming out the excess down. Remember, this pattern I have already added 1/2 inch to the waist line and the side seam allowances, but because there is no allowance on the inside, the parts you're going to be sewing, you have to add a 1/2 inch allowance. Just watch to the end, you see what I did. So now I've cut out the darts, the waist darts to the shoulder darts, and now I'm going to align it. Before you attend to the shoulder, you have to make sure that the nipple to nipple, they are aligned perfectly, like one is not higher than one. Now I'm going to draw out my shoulder dart. You can see now I've connected it back to the neckline, and now that becomes our shoulder slope. I've now drawn out the shoulder slope. Now I'm labeling it the center front and side front. I'm taking out the excess, the remaining parts of the pattern we don't need. Please be careful when trimming it out so that you don't trim out the parts that are needed. I forgot to shade, but yes, so if you watch this video closely, you understand what I'm doing here. And I'm just taking out the excess. Also, I didn't add allowance to the shoulder. On the shoulder slope, there is no sewing allowance, so you're going to have to add that when you're cutting out the pattern on your materials. So yes, after taking out the neck, I will show you how it aligns, and then you see it here. Now you see that the nipple to nipple is actually aligning, and then if you pull it up, you see the shoulder, everything is aligning perfectly. So right here, I'm just telling you, I'm just indicating the places where you have to add your half inch sewing allowances so you don't forget. I like doing that on the pattern paper so I don't forget.